Writer PH Studios.
I think it was really just going back to how I started also bilang isang contestera din talaga, like coming from like The Voice, and even when I was still with TV5, I was also a contestant there. I started from a reality search. So I think I just went back to knowing or remembering that feeling na nagsa-start pa lang po ako. So as a judge and mentor for Asian Dream, although I've had experience naman na din po mentoring doon sa, we had a show called Hello K Idol, and then also as a guest judge on Idol Philippines. Um, parang gusto ko lang din talaga na ma-feel ng contestants na I'm able to relate to them because in truth, yun nga, I know how they're feeling or what they were feeling and just what they're going through wanting to reach their dreams. So I really also just wanted to be able to relate to them. How it began. So the Asian Dream is really produced or presented by Subaru. So they're the car company, but they've always been very supportive of talent. And even the first show that I did with Michael Bolton, which was Bolt of Talent, that was also with Subaru. And so with them, they've just been very supportive of talent, and it's always just been around Asia, and with Michael and with their collaboration with Michael Bolton. And yun sa six naman po na contestants, we have representative from the Philippines, from Malaysia, opo, from Vietnam, Singapore, Thailand, and Hong Kong. So very actually ibang-iba. Ibang-iba silang anim. Sobrang very diverse in singing style, unang-una, even in personality and syempre in culture. Iba-iba naman din talaga tayo, like pinalaki, just really how we are in character. Sobrang nakakatawa lang din getting to meet with them and work with them on the show. So, because when I met the contestants po, parang sila na agad, silang six na po agad. I think none of them have like a professional career. Tama ba yung term na yun? Yung parang, yun nga, yes, I think that's the right. Parang hindi naman ata sila under contract with anybody. I just know na like there's one contestant there who's just really fond of songwriting or has written songs, and then yung isa naman is active on YouTube. Iba-iba din talaga din po sila ng stories. So, yun, ganun po. I guess just right now, just all the different platforms na that are available for everyone. Syempre dati, I heard there's this quote from this artist, of course, Adam Lambert, yung napakataas na boses na singer from American Idol. He said na, dati the only way na mapapansin ka was like getting on a TV show or just luck, pure luck of singing in like a bar or in a stage, and then biglang may agent dyan. I guess that was the only means before. As per now, how it has changed, even before the pandemic, is really just the availability of the internet. Everyone can access it. How everyone could just upload videos, upload covers on YouTube, and sometimes you don't even need to have like TV exposure to be known by so many people. Kasi I've known artists na like hindi ko sila nakikita like on ASAP or anywhere, pero ang laki ng following nila. So sobrang laking tulong lang din talaga ng internet ngayon for artists, the new ones and even the ones that want to continue pa rin with their career, kasi it's accessible, and not just here in the country, pero syempre internet is everywhere. So, yun. Internet. Chances! Although, yes, alam naman na ng mga tao sino yung representative ng Philippines. His name is Carl Zarate. And actually, first time kong na-meet si Carl doon sa show. Like, I've never met him being here in the Philippines. Doon pa kami sa Singapore nag-meet. And, grabe lang din talaga yung niya, yung vocal range niya. I mean, not a lot of guys are able to hit the notes that he's able to hit. But at the same time, Carl is also very raw, and he's very warm, very friendly. Ang chances niya the competition, syempre, alam ko na anong mangyari because na-tape, actually everything has been taped since last year. But I'm very, very, ang masasabi ko lang, I'm very, very proud of Carl for just stepping out of his comfort zone, because I remember he also shared na Asian Dream, which we shot in Singapore for a whole month. I was in Singapore for a whole month last year. Parang yun yung first time niya makalabas ng bansa. So, I think yun pa lang. And then,
That,
syempre,
diba? Para dun, yun pa lang, panalo na siya.
yes, and then of
Good
course
period.
Michael Bolton pa yung kasama mo. Just sobrang grabe na rin talaga yung level na makukuha mo. I like the experience you get from getting to collaborate and work with him. Sa second tanong po regarding especially ngayon, sobrang yung Pinoy, sobrang known just for their musicality. I guess not just I mean, sige, ito in general na talaga. Filipinos are known to make a mark kahit anong field. Kasi I say that and not just like in music because syempre, in music of course we have Miss Lea Salonga who is very known everywhere and just even Charisse, I mean Jake. And I say in different fields kasi we also have like Manny Pacquiao, diba? Sobrang basta pag Pinoy, alam mong grabe iba yung literal na iba talaga ang Pinoy. Naaalala mo talaga yung mga ginagawa nila. And even, di ba, Marcelito, who recently also just made all of us proud with his stint on Got Talent. Kaya, I think that's just the magic and beauty of Filipino. We're really unique and parang we're made to really stand out kasi we're hardworking din kasi talaga eh.
That's
Actually, that's a very smart question kasi we all know na how music has evolved. Not just in genre but even yung listening ng mga tao, diba? Parang ngayon it's really more for people are more into steady, easy listening music. In competitions, I guess it's ano ba? Maybe it's an advantage if you still have that range. Pero it's really just about working towards your strengths. Kasi even ako contestera po ako and mga pinaggagawa ko din po on stage as in sobrang birit lang din talaga. Ako personally, I know that's my strength. That's why I always work towards that. But at the same time, that doesn't make other kinds of singers just as powerful. Kasi like we also have, syempre we have Moira na hindi naman talaga nagbumibirit. Pero you know that she has that power and that impact towards an audience. So at the end of the day, it's really just knowing how to work, parang how to use your strengths in delivering your performance. Michael Bolton. Nung actually share ko na rin po yung first time na meet ko siya, as in totoong intimidating siya because I like his height and he's American lang din talaga and just very parang hindi siya magsasalita hanggang unless it's very necessary. Ganun siya pag first. Pero when you get to really meet him, parang he's very he's also very straightforward. Ganun kami magsalita. Straightforward and he's very open to sharing advice. Kaya during mga times, like example po, nagte-taping kami tapos nagbe-break. Nag-uusap lang din kami about like how he feels about or anong mga naaalala niya dati or kung ano man yung journey din niya dati. And it's really nice to see na these big artists are still very, very down to earth. And that should be the example for everybody na kahit na kung ano man na-achieve mo, you should still remain grounded.
What's your favorite Michael Bolton song?
Michael Bolton song, Go the Distance. Sorry, Disney. Go the Distance for me, it's really that one. Isa is Confidence. Talaga. Although, going back nga po sa sinabi ko kanina na parang I understand na parang what they're going through na siguro at first nahihiya sila or parang hindi sila sure. But when I speak of confidence, it's really just parang kasi there are people na iba yung personality nila off stage and on stage. And I've seen contestants or I've seen singers in the show and even outside the show na pag kausap mo siya, sobrang chill lang siya, parang steady lang talaga, pero pag nag-perform siya, as in, alam niya yung ginagawa niya. That's one of the things that I really look at sa mga contestants. And there are some that did deliver in that way, and there were some na parang na takot pa silang mag-break out sa shell nila. So, it was also nice kasi syempre, we were able to help them out in that aspect. There's a saying na my parents would always tell me when I'm performing na parang always perform like it's your last. So parang literal na, kasi you never know who's watching also eh. So
That's
parang
true.
lahat talaga, you really have to remember to really just give it all. Not even considering if like kung sino man nasa audience, kung gaano man karami yung audience, it's really just giving your heart out kasi you never know what's gonna happen after that performance. A lot. Sobrang
Talaga.
dami. Isa is syempre parang remembering the lyrics. Just all those important things na syempre everything that I learned also like coming from my parents sa pagko-coach nila sa akin. Syempre when I'm on stage, I try to remember yung mga key points and even just performing for everyone, but just like yun nga parang connecting to your audience, parang lagi kong inaalala lang din yan, and that's also even the things that I tried to, or like we tried to encourage to the contestants na it's nice to get lost in your zone when you're up on stage, but at the same time you also have to remember you're performing for people, kaya it has to be a balance all the time. Basta makaano lang po ako. Hanggang ngayon, which I still carry, sobrang importante lang din po talaga yung rest. Na okay yung boses ko and I'm well rested. Kasi even before, my parents were very strict about just kung anong mga, kasi ang daming contests, singing competition sa Cebu. Pero sa family ko or sa akin, in my case, I didn't join each and every one of those kasi pina-prioritize pa rin ng parents ko yung school ko. So I'm only able to join contest pag, let's say, Friday evening, tsaka Saturday evening, pag Sunday na, tas alam naming aabutin ng midnight, pass na muna yan, susunod na lang kasi may school sa next day. So yun wala. It's really just taking care of oneself. And
Pero the night before, you don't like, di mo na akong kausapin because I have to conserve my voice. Walang ganan.
Ako hindi po ako gano'n. Even pag may show po ako po yung tipong singer. And I say tipong singer kasi iba-iba nga po kami ng mga ginagawa. Ako yung tipong singer na bago mag-perform, I'd much rather na kinakausap po ako.
Talaga?
Opo, kasi natutulog yung boses ko pag nag-voice rest before a performance. Ganun din. I think it's really just going back also to what I said kanina about the internet. Na I think that's the advantage of artists ngayon, na you don't have to depend on other platforms, but you can literally make your own. In ways like making your own YouTube channel, in ways na even before SoundCloud, people would already upload their songs there, and it's really just a matter of finding the audience na yun yung naa-attract, that audience attracts to your music. So like ngayon, there's parang, I was actually talking to one of my managers also just about everything that's going on right now, and in his perspective, which is something new na hindi ko lagi na nakakam across sa feed ko, in his perspective, he's actually excited na nangyari ito because yun nga, it opens up infinite or other possibilities na hindi pa nagawa dati, na parang ngayon kasi yun nga, we're all staying indoors, we're all walang public events, walang public gatherings, and it's sad kasi iba pa rin talaga ang live performance, which I would always say, but at the same time it opens up to doing live streams and making the most out of the internet kasi you're not just performing for a physical audience this time, you're performing for so many other people na hindi mo pa kasama, not just in the location, pero even in a country, di ba? Hindi mo kasama dun sa country na yun kasi the internet just goes way beyond just in this vicinity. It's everywhere. Everyone can access the internet. So this should even be a more encouraging time for artists. Kasi ang dami mo pwedeng magawa na nagbo-boom talaga yung mga, like even the reaction covers, sobrang laking tulong po yun I can't deny it, sobrang laking tulong yun in like just my music. people recognizing my music, even if yung iba is covers lang, pero like I have been recognized in other parts of the world because of reaction videos na syempre hindi mga Pinoy yung gumagawa, na ibang lahi din yung mga gumagawa. So yun. Yes. Based on experience bilang isang contesera, and actually na-mention ko na rin po kanina, parang it's really just giving your best in all your performances, whether even if kasi meron po kami mga parts, konting disclaimer, meron kami mga parts na parang mentoring with the contestants, and even then parang hindi man yun yung parang pinaka-judge namin, pero we're already looking at the artist because we want to work on them talaga, na parang we want to know what their max is, kung ano, hanggang saan sila kaya, and then at the same time yun nga, parang just the potential na we're taking care of with these contestants. Yun na po, parang we really just encourage them to just give your best sa lahat ng performances, especially doon sa Asian Dream. Parang hindi porket wala kayo sa stage, hindi porket wala kayo sa stage, hindi niyo ibubuga or hindi niyo ibigay yung lahat niyo. Kasi, like, truthfully, kahit yung mentoring, it's still being videoed or still being shot and it's still gonna be released. People are also gonna look into that. Kaya every bit counts lang din po talaga. Keep authentic as an artist. It's really just going back to my roots. And it's funny kasi I was actually just thinking of that this morning, na parang, ako, like right now, as I shared nga po kanina, parang OPM alone is evolving na from the standard birit songs na from our, of course, Songbird and all our divas here in the Philippines into what music or what OPM is today. Parang ako, as much as like I'd have thoughts na parang gagawa na rin siguro kaya ako ng ganyang kanta para parang doon uuso din. But at the same time, pero hindi yan ako eh. Bumabalik pa rin ako sa parang hindi ako satisfied because I know that that's not who I am as an artist or as a singer. So, but it's really just also parang considering kung what else you can do. Kasi there's also this thing na parang it may not be uso now, but you never know, yun yung susunod na papatok and you could be the first one to do it. Like, yun nga, Billie Eilish, she's very authentic with her, she and her brother, very authentic with their music and just their knowledge and artistry is something to really look at. Kaya like even ako personally po, hindi ako nag-write ng songs, but I'm also trying to look into that side of me because it's what's true sa sarili ko rin eh. I mean, like, I really love getting to help other songwriters as well in interpreting their songs, but at the same time, I also understand na there are also infinite possibilities pa siguro para sa career ko or para sa akin if I also try to put out music that's really like coming from my heart. Kaya yun, yun po. It's really just time for everyone because not a lot of people know na there are artists na dati pa nagsimula. Pero let's say 10 years later, saka pa sila si Moyes, dati pa lang nag-start, and then yun nga, nag-The Voice pa nga siya na not a lot of people know about. Nag-The Voice siya, and then she became Moira, di ba? Panahon lang din po talaga. Mga rituals, sa mga ganun, hindi ko pwede spoil. Pero ang pwede ko sabihin is, parang not with rituals, or not like with parang yung mga ginagawa nila. Wala akong nakuha from them just because iba-iba lang din talaga. Like may isa doon na nagsasalabat pa rin, and that's something na hindi ko ginagawa kasi hindi lang talaga ako fan ng salabat. Or ayoko din talaga ng ginger. I don't like it. Pero ang mga natutunan ko from them is na parang sabi ko na pwede ko rin gamitin sa sarili ko is more technique. Na parang just how they sing, how they place their voices, and the more technical stuff, mas doon ko parang sabi ko, pwede din pala akong maganyan. Or like, I could maybe learn to do that as well. It's a very hard question. What song would I pick? Dami pong kanta. And why? Siguro dun muna sa and why. Like, kasi ngayon, ang daming kanta na pwedeng kantahin. Pero it would probably be a song that would, going back, as I said, it would definitely be a song na would highlight my strengths. So in my case, it would be like, siguro my belt, or just the few R&B runs also that I also got to learn. Maybe it would be a Beyonce song. Parang ganon. So like, let's say, Love on Top. Parang ganon. Blind auditions pa rin ng The Voice. Pero parang, pero ganon. Like, I'm very, very happy na kasi nagbigay po kami ng songs nun sa The Voice, pero the end say would still be the production. I was actually very happy na they chose Love on Top. Kasi, yun nga, parang, there are parts in the song na kahit umpisa pa lang ay naka-highlight na yung boses ko. Kaya, that's also very important, just learning the right songs for you. Actually, in judging, ang hirap ng, I try to balance between being straightforward and being nice pa rin. Kasi, like, even like sa amin ni Michael is the more straightforward judge. Ako ay more of them, I think, encouraging judge. Pero na-discover ko sa sarili ko na parang I'm very OC. Internally, I'm very, very OC. Well, all the more, na-discover ko na ang OC ko lang din pala. I think it's also just because of, like, let's say, my musical influences. Parang they set a certain standard din kasi. So like for me as a singer also, I'd like to set my standard na at par also with them. So like in my head when I'm judging them na parang yung mga maliliit na mga nuances or mga ano, parang nagdiding agad sa tenga ko. Pero syempre, it's really just finding the right words to encourage them all the more and not to parang ma-discourage pa sila, diba? Tapos, let's say, ibabali nila, pero parang hindi sila sure. Parang ako, alam mo yung nandun na eh.
Yes. Okay.
Konti na lang. So,
Do you tell them afterwards?
Yes, I do. Just making themselves better artists. So, yes, we tell them naman. Asian fans. I'm just really, really grateful just how me as an artist and as a person have been recognized, not just na yun nga, beyond our country. And I'm just really, really grateful for their openness and just their acceptance also in me as an artist doon sa bansa nila. I'm very, very thankful for being so supportive also kahit na nasa ibang bansa sila, and I'm just really looking forward to hopefully singing live for them one day saan man sila ang part ng mundo. And for my Filipino fans naman, ever since I started back in 2010, na I'm just really, really grateful, especially sa aking like yung parang fan club ko, like yung supporters ko, yung Moinatics. I'm really, really grateful na I'm turning 10 years actually this year in December. I'm very, very grateful for their unending support lang din talaga in everything that I do, from singing, and abutan pa nga po nila, nag-acting din ako dati sa TV5 and just all the different things na I want that I've been trying to do, even just with YouTube ngayon. Nagtatry na rin ako mag-vlog ng konti, and all the covers that I've been doing. I'm really thankful sa support nila, and I'm very excited pa to be in this journey with them, and just how we're gonna grow pa as a family. Kaya thank you sa lahat po ng support niyo. Very there's a lot. There's actually a lot in the pipeline that we're working on. Syempre hindi pa pwede maiano kasi literally we're still working on it. Pero like I said, it is my 10th year supposedly this year. Kasi kaya 10 years, although it's not that long since The Voice, kasi kinakount ko po yung days ko sa TV5. Kasi syempre yun din, that's just everything also that I learned in working with them doon sa Kapatid Network also. There are things to look forward to musically and not musically, kaya I'm just also very, very excited na ma-share na namin to sa lahat.